The stories that are coming out, it is Dante's Inferno, what the Latino community is living through. In Florida, they are now building a detention center in the Everglades. They're calling it Alligator Alcatraz to hold people.
From here somehow, and I don't think they will. You've got nowhere to go. I mean, what are you going to do? Trudge through the swamp and dodge alligators on the way back to 50, 60 miles just to get to civilization? Not going to happen.
This woman is nuts. They're lying to us. They're creating anecdotal situations, leaving out context to make us all feel that Donald Trump is the big bad boogeyman. And in Florida, they have detention centers. Yeah, when you got 10,000 illegals that you got to round up, where you going to put them at? And who cares that it's called Alligator Alley or something? Hey, y'all, I want to tell you about this incredible opportunity that I have for you. Only if God has put it on your heart to partake in this. I always feel that it's important for us to give back. So here's an opportunity right here in Phoenix. The House of Refuge is literally revolutionizing people's lives, getting people from not having housing to get into a home, learning about the gospel of Jesus Christ, fellowshipping with one another, getting employment. I mean, all of the things that we would hope that could happen for people who just need help is what we're seeing here at the House of Refuge. Now, my goal is to get 30 people support for 30 days. So it costs about $1,000 a month, and that therefore it's $30,000 to get 30 people in. We already got 2 people. I have their names here, and we want to get others the help that they deserve and the help that they need. Now, I want you to understand this. You don't have to give $1,000 to support one person. You can give whatever God has purposed in your heart. So if we all work together, we can get to our goal of helping 30 people have housing and support for 30 days, which will change their lives forever. So I want you to join me in this endeavor. Pray about it if you need to, but if God has called you to do it, join me and let's give back today. Link will be in the description section. All righty, I got one more that I think I can do. On Navarro, this dumb female dog is crying and heartbroken over a murderer deported to Sudan. Listen to this hoochie mama. Roll the clip.
I think we need to keep an eye and be laser focused on the human rights violations and the racial profiling and racism that is being perpetrated against, in particular, the Latino community right now. The stories that are coming out, it is Dante's Inferno, what the Latino community is living through. In Florida, they are now building a detention center in the Everglades. They're calling it Alligator Alcatraz to hold people. The Supreme Court has now approved sending some of these immigrants to places like Sudan, people who are from places like Cuba. And, and the stories are heartbreaking. That does break my heart. When I see a Mexican landscaper with his weed whacker, who is the father of 3 U.S. Marines, 1 a veteran, 2 currently serving in the Marines, and he is hauled down into the pavement by 6 masked men without identification, and his head is repeatedly slammed against the pavement. How does that not outrage America? When you see the U.S. citizens who have been wrongly detained because they have my skin color and maybe they speak with my same accent, how does that not outrage America?
These people are so stupid, it's crazy. This woman said, think about the logic behind this. If a man is illegally in this country, 3 boys that are in the Marines, that means that he been here at least 18 years. Got to be more. He got 3 of them in there. He been here at least 18 years. You telling me in 18 years, you can have 3 kids with somebody, they can all grow up and you can put them into the Marine Corps, and we don't know if they went to the Marine Corps after college. Just say they went right into the Marine Corps and you didn't get your stuff right. You had 20-some years to get your paperwork right. Your boys are going to school. You had all this time. You didn't do nothing.
This decision, and thanks to this decision, we can now promptly file to proceed with numerous policies that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis. And some of the cases we're talking about would be ending birthright citizenship, which now comes to the fore. That was meant for the babies of slaves. It wasn't meant for people trying to scam the system and come into the country on a vacation. This was, in fact, it was the same date, the exact same date, the end of the Civil War. It was meant for the babies of slaves, and it's so clean and so obvious. But this lets us go there and finally win that case, because hundreds of thousands of people are pouring into our country under birthright citizenship, and it wasn't meant for that reason. It was meant for the babies of slaves. So thanks to this decision, we can now properly file to proceed with these numerous policies and those that have been wrongly enjoined on a nationwide basis, including birthright citizenship, ending sanctuary city funding, suspending refugee resettlement, freezing unnecessary funding, stopping federal taxpayers from paying for transgender surgeries, and numerous other priorities of the American people. We have so many of them. I have a whole list. I'm not going to bore you, and I'm going to have Pam get up and say a few words, but there's really, she can talk as long as she wants, because this is a very important decision. This is a decision that covers a tremendous amount of territory. But I want to just thank again the Supreme Court for this ruling. It's a giant. It's a giant. And they should be very proud, and our country should be very proud of the Supreme Court today.
And who knows what situation she's talking about, because she's talking about people being deported to Sudan. Let's talk about it. 8 men have been deported to South Sudan. One dude is from Cuba. Enrique, whatever else his name is. What is his crimes, ladies and gentlemen? Robbery, kidnapping, impersonating a police officer, homicide, armed robbery. There's another one, Jose Manuel from Cuba. What did he do? Arson, drug trafficking, weapons offenses, and attempted murder. Okay, let's go to the next one. From Laos. What did he do? Murder of a German tourist in California at age 17. Another dude from Mexico, Jesus Munoz Gutierrez. Second-degree murder, confirmed gang affiliation. Okay. Somebody from South Sudan got deported to Sudan, South Sudan. Robbery, illegal firearm possession, DUI, assault in custody. Okay. Myanmar, sexual abuse of a child under 12. Another one from the same country. Rape. He raped a mentally disabled adult, causing her to become pregnant. Another one that was deported. That was from Vietnam. First-degree murder and second-degree assault. Ana Navarro, what in the are you talking about? They just out here and they're doing this and they're deporting people to South Sudan. Everybody on here need to go. They should be put to death, if you ask me. If you do this in any other country in the world, you dead. No due process, you dead. You hanging from a crane, or they done took you out there and shot you in the back of the head. What a dumb B. Beloved woman, that's what it means. Beloved woman by God. That's what B mean, okay? Just for you people out there that think I'm calling her a female dog, or I'm calling her a witch with a B. Maybe I should just say that one. I like that one. She's a witch with a B. Is that fair? Because I didn't say the cuss word. She's a witch with a B. Y'all can put that together if you want to. But anyway, this woman is nuts. They're lying to us. They're creating anecdotal situations, leaving out context to make us all feel that Donald Trump is the big bad boogeyman. And in Florida, they have detention centers.
No problem. But all the stuff that goes into intake and processing of illegals, you're seeing this put up. This is all 24 hours. 24 hours from now, you're going to see even more. And by Tuesday, this will be able to have intake of illegals.
And you've thought of everything. Okay, so there are 4 gigantic tents. Let's come on over here, Governor. And people are thinking, okay, you're in the middle of the Everglades. It's hot. That would explain why you've got this bank of air conditioners here.
Yeah, so this is going to be, illegals will come in, they'll be processed. There'll be places for them to be housed. You'll have an ability for food. You'll have an ability for them to consult legal rights if they have that, because there is a process that's involved with this. So this is really everything. This is going to be a self-contained little area. And then, of course, you also have stuff for the staff that work here. So we've got laundry facilities, we've got showers, we've got, obviously, there you see the shower and bath facilities.
Yep, right there.
Yep.
Where do you go to get a bunch of bathrooms like that?
Well, so this is being done by the Division of Emergency Management. So when we have a hurricane, we would actually have people stage here for hurricane response normally, anyways, but we have it. When we have all the linemen come in to do the power, we have to set up little areas for them. And so you have all this type of stuff. So this is not our first rodeo. The detainee, illegal alien mission's a little bit different, and the deportations, but logistics, we know how to do that.
Right, and for people thinking, okay, they're going to put the migrants on this hot asphalt. It looks like you're building a subfloor, and in fact, some guys putting down the plywood.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
look, this will be, I mean, there's not going to be anything that they're hurting for anything. There'll be AC, there'll be things that everybody needs. There's medical here. So it's being done right. It's being done by the book.
Well, you know, when you think of the imagery of Alcatraz, Alcatraz is surrounded by a bay. Here in the Everglades, we're surrounded by, you're actually surrounded by gators and pythons.
So this is as secure as it gets. I mean, if a criminal alien were to escape from here somehow, and I don't think they will, you've got nowhere to go. I mean, what are you going to do? Trudge through the swamp and dodge alligators on the way back to 50, 60 miles just to get to civilization? Not going to happen. So not only that is it secure, it also takes this deportation mission out of the hair of our local and state law enforcement. This has no impact on Florida residents because some of that stuff can have an impact on them if it's in more populated areas. And so logistically, this really answers the call. All you need is a little bus to move them, you know, about 2,000 feet that way, then get on a plane and they're gone.
Well, listen, the DHS must love this because they're hurting for facilities, and here you are helping the federal government out.
Yeah, well, I said at the very beginning when President Trump took office, you have to have state and locals on board. You got to be on the team if you want to get the deportation mission done. We've done that better than anybody, but I hope other states will follow suit.
Yeah, when you got the 10,000 illegals that you got to round up, where you going to put them at? They got to put them in a holding facility because they don't have enough room. Why they don't have enough room? Because these people are invisible. They don't show up on the census. They're not anywhere where we can create a facility for them. We don't even know they exist. We have an influx in population that they're hiding beneath the underbelly of society. And so now when you got to go and get them all, round them all up, you don't have no rooms in the prisons, you don't have rooms in the jails, you don't have rooms in detention centers. So you got to build some detention centers. And who cares that it's called Alligator Alley or something? That you're illegally in our country, man. I don't give a what it's called. It could be called Alligator Dundee or something. I don't care. It could be called Boudin Land or something. I don't care. Call it what you want to call it. Alligator Tail Alley. That could sound good. That sounds like some food I want to eat, some alligator tails. You call it what you want. I don't give a. You ain't supposed to be here. Any other country, they be killing you, forcing you into labor for 25 years. Man, get out of here, bro. You had 18, 20-some years to get your ish together, and you didn't do nothing, and then they getting you. Now, which would it be? Let's talk about this. You got legal people out here with the weed whacker. You got legal people out here cutting grass and building houses and serving in the restaurants. You got people legally in our country doing that. What about them? They don't get no love. They don't get no respect and dignity. Y'all only talk about illegal people. Like everybody's illegal. They're not. The illegal people need to either have gotten their paperwork right or you got to get up out of here. And for all the legal immigrants that come in here the right way, come on in, come on and work. Let me know. I want to see you. If I have an opportunity for you, I'll give you a job. You did it legally. What are we even talking about? Anyway, I got to get up out of here.